J. The way we would go about doing that is by using a function called, if we press J, you press J, perfect, awesome. But say we want to work with the arrow keys or the function keys, you can't really do that easily without, or right now within ncurses. And the way we would go about doing that is by using a function called keypad, which takes two parameters, the first one being the window that you're using as input, and then true or false, but in this case we're going to be putting true because we're trying to turn it on, not off. But what this does is it makes it so we can use keywords such as key up or key left, right, up, down to specify arrow keys, and then we can also use key F, and then in parentheses you put the number of the function key that you want to use. So it'd be, key F1, key F2, F3, F4, so on forth, so forth. So that's how you use that. But in this case, we'll just set test for key up, just to show that it works. Oops, I misspelled pressed. So now we'll just have it say, oh, you pressed key up. And so that works. I think that's it for this tutorial. If you guys have any other questions or comments or whatever, let me know. Hopefully see you in the next one. Hey guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to be talking more about how to make like a menu system, essentially like something where a user can select from several options using the arrow keys, and then when they hit enter, it makes a choice for them. So that's what we're going to be working with today. Now, from our last tutorial, we have a input win created just to contain our menu. Maybe I'll actually call it menu win now, just because it's a menu instead of just straight up input. So we'll do that instead. But basically what this is going to look like, hold on one sec, menu win, and then menu win. Alright, so what this is going to look like when we actually run it just with the window is this. I've made it a little bit bigger so that we can hold a couple choices in here. But it's very same to the last tutorial. And we're going to be using the keypad so that way we can get key input. Actually, let me put that there so you can see. It reminds you what it does. Makes it so we can use arrow keys. Alright, so first things first, we want to have a couple choices for the user to pick from. So we're going to use a string instead of a char star, only because C++ yells at us for using a deprecated char star. So we'll use string choices, and we'll make an array, and we'll have 3 choices, I guess. So we'll put walk, jog, or and we're going to understand you. So first thing we'll emphasize is, and the way the 0th element, so atron, which is attribute on for a specific window, check to see if I equals our highlight variable, which we set to 0 by default, so it'll highlight the 0th element. So I equals highlight. If that's the case, then we want to do what's called W, our menu win, which is attribute on for a specific window. So we'll do quote unquote highlight it. It reverses the foreground and background color. So we'll do menu win or input or menu win over here, and then we'll make choice. So in this case, we'll do choices I, and because we used a string and print W accepts char stars, we'll have to do choices I dot C string. It's going to get a little annoying, but it's kind of what you have to do. And then we can use W attra off to turn off our attribute. So basically, what this will do is, if we want to highlight this specific option, it will set it to highlight, and then it'll print it out highlighted, and then it'll turn print out off, or the highlight off, so the next thing isn't highlighted. Or it'll come through, it won't highlight it, and then it'll print W, and then it'll say turn this attribute off. Okay, it's already off. So it doesn't give you an error, it just does it anyways. Then after we print out our menu, we want to ask the user for a choice. So we're going to make choice equal to W get char for input win, or menu win. I'm so used to calling it input win. And then once we get our choice, we're going to use a switch statement to see what they've entered. Instead of multiple if statements, it's just a lot easier. So in the case that choice is equal to key up, what we're going to want to do is make highlight. It's kind of the opposite of what you think it is. You're going to make highlight minus minus. And then because it's a switch statement, you have to break out. And then we do case key down. We want to make, I'm notorious for spelling highlight with a T in the middle, so I'm probably going to get an error for that by the end. But key down, we're going to want to make highlight plus plus, and we'll break out of that. And then we want a default case, just in case the user presses something that's neither of those, and we'll just break out. Alright, so once we're done with the choice, or the switch statement, we want to check to see if our choice is equal to 10, because if it's equal to 10, that means the user hit enter, and that means that they want to choose whatever option is currently highlighted. So if choice is equal to 10, we want to break out of this while loop. But there we go. Alright, so this should work in and of